Here we are, the GLF 19 Media Scrum, the double header. We have the Vibes versus the Mud Dogs, and we have the 29ers versus the Hellhounds, and we have representatives from the teams here, and we're going to talk about how we think things are going to go. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I started off. You feel me? This is the coach / owner of the Vibes. You feel me? It's the vibe over here. Zed, you gonna introduce yourself or no?
Yes, sir. Zam Meeks right here, GM of the Vibes. There's a vibe over here, you already know.
How's it going, guys? It's quarterback of the Mud Dogs and team owner, Brock Miller here.
And I'm King Aruba, utility player for the Hellhounds.
Utility player indeed. The really perennial player in goal line football. You're always at the top of the All-Stars. You've got the best numbers. So we're gonna talk to you first. We're not gonna ask you who's gonna win between you and the 29ers. What we are gonna ask you though is who's gonna win between the Vibes and the Mud Dogs.
Oof. I'm gonna be honest. Usually, I would have came out. I probably would have said the Mud Dogs straight up. But recently, with what Soul and Zan have put together over there with the Vibe and how they came back, and I mean, we were up almost 20 points, and they came back and gave us a run for our money and came out on top. It's gonna be a close battle. I'm happy to see it. I'm gonna be glad to see it. So I can't really say who's gonna win that one, because then on the other side, as Brock just said, he's rebuilding from his losses and his gains. So it's just gonna be dope to see what each team puts together.
Okay, very political answer. We'll jump right into Brock over here. So you have an opportunity to play an undefeated Vibes. What are you gonna do to win that game?
It's kind of the same mentality we go into every single game. We don't really plan specifically different for each team that we face against. We just kind of play our style of football. We'll adapt to what we see, adapt to the players they bring out, because you never know with the Vibes who's going to come play, who they're bringing. So it's kind of like one of those game day adjustments. We got to go in there and just play our Mud Dog football, hard-hitting defense, executing plays on offense, and then once we see what they got and where their strengths are, then we'll adjust from there.
I got a double header question for you. Playing Vibes twice, double header back to back. Is that a benefit for the Vibes going against your 15-0 undefeated streak? Does that give them a good opportunity to actually get a win against you guys?
Absolutely. Every time you play a team back to back, it feels like it always benefits the team that has like the most to gain, and always hurts the team that has the most to lose. Mentality-wise, we're going in there. We have a 15-0 record streak on the line kind of going in. So if we take the first one, now you have that momentum. Okay, we just beat them. But then you got to turn around and get that mindset back. Hey, yeah, we just beat them, but they got something for us this next game. So don't take it lightly just because you just beat them and let one sneak away on you.
Okay. So let's just move on to the Vibes. Let's talk to Coach Saul. Undefeated. I mean, it's impressive. Your victories in the last event are instant classics, both of them. And what can we expect from the Vibes going into this event against the Mud Dogs, the number one team?
The Vibes, we're just coming out with a lot of heart. As we showed for the first tournament of this year, that the Vibes were totally different this year. Totally different mindset, totally different outlook on how we're playing and what we're doing. We got a fight in us that no matter what the score is, we're going to pound and hit until the final whistle is blown. So we know that playing the Mud Dogs, we have to bring it all. One costly mistake could cost us the game. So this game, we're honestly just coming looking forward to hitting that field and bringing the Mud Dogs their first loss. Every game that we play the Mud Dogs is a battle. It's a battle to the end. But we just coming with the mindset to play vibes football. If we play vibes football, then we just praying that the ball roll to our side. So, we can't be too cocky going into this game. We just got to keep our composure.
Okay. I mean, that's really how I see it going down. What about you, Zan? Special guest, Zan Meeks. He's going to be on the field playing against the Mud Dogs. He's the heart and soul of the Vibes whenever it comes right down to just the determination to win. What can we expect from you, and what do you expect from the Mud Dogs?
Well, the way I don't see us as undefeated. We won 2 games. We had to come back, and it was a close game. But I see us as 0-0. And we're going into our game on Sunday. Just try to be disciplined. Try to protect the ball, like Sol was saying. Just don't hurt ourselves. Our biggest weakness is ourselves. We were one time the top team in the GLF, and we're going to be back to the top team. So it's Vibes 2025.
Vibes 2025. For to be Vibes 2025, there's a few other teams that are definitely going to challenge that. The 29ers are one of them. They're not here to represent themselves, but that's who the Hellhounds in King Aruba will be playing Sunday, March 2nd. King Aruba, what do you expect to see from the 29ers March 2nd?
You know what? They always have something different. They always have a crazy play, a crazy type of play drawn up, and I'm expecting them to use their go-tos. That's how you win ball games, knowing who your go-to athletes are. So I'm expecting Shaka and Steven to be and deliver that 1-2 punch. And then when it all comes down, you have Kovac and Troy that'll add to the mix and bring whatever they have going on. So they have a bunch of different guys they can give the ball to that can make plays. So I'm kind of ready for them to bring their best and hope that we can match that. I think it's going to be one of those games where it's punch for punch, and one wrong mistake, one wrong play could be the decision making of that game.
Okay. I mean, and there's no arguing that it is going to come down to the numbers say that you guys are pretty much the same exact team whenever it comes to scoring and being scored against. So it is going to be one play. It's going to be a bad snap that really probably changes the scope of that game. What are we going to expect from you, being the utility player that you are? Throw the ball, catch the ball, run the ball, play defense. You're always one of the top players in goal line football. Is this going to be an MVP event for you?
I mean, I'm not going to say I go out to every event to try to be an MVP. Obviously, you always want to be up there. But wherever I could make the team better, that's where I'm going to be put at. So whether it's QB or running back or wherever it is on one side of the ball, I want to be the best at that position at that given time. So I do hope that if I get put at QB, score points there. If I'm at running back, score points there. So you will see the best of me every time I hit the field. And I just hope that best of me is enough.
It's always fun. There's no arguing that. Let's do another round of questions here real quick. Whenever it comes to Brock playing the Vibes, you didn't get an opportunity to play against the Hellhounds or the 29ers in the last event. Do you look forward to playing them? And do you see the games being any different if you would have been there?
Honestly, I think where my strength is, mostly on the field and stuff, is just kind of the mental aspect of the game. The third down calls, when to use our defensive option, when to use the offensive option, and kind of those techniques is kind of where I feel like my game excels the most. So, but my team stepped up, and like I said, it's next player mentality. We're all players out there. We're all dogs. We all love to eat, and we're humble about it. We don't feed one person the whole time. Everyone is scoring. Everyone's being a part of the team. Not one person kind of takes over the rest. And this is just more of a complete team. So with me there, yeah, there's some benefits, but my boy Caleb stepped in for me, was the next man up. And took the reins by storm and was great at quarterback. I was very impressed with what he did. So I
Yeah.
don't think the end results definitely would have been the same. And, like I said, here players, like, we call plays a little bit different stuff, but my boys handled it. They stepped up. They played selflessly and came with the W, and that's the goal at the end of the day is not one person's above the team. We're not here for MVPs. Nice when we get them, but overall we're just there for the W and taking home that ring at the end of the year.
Yeah, no, that's well said. So let's talk to Zan Meeks. Zan Meeks is always a fun character on game day. I enjoy watching him play, and he's gotten better throughout the seasons. And I really think that right now he's the one that's really putting the thoughts into the plays. And I could be wrong about that, but it seems like they got a lot of stuff that isn't really conventional, and it's really working for them. And tell us about that, Zan. I mean, am I wrong that you spend a lot of time creating the plays? And is it from an unconventional aspect?
I spent a lot of time coming up with plays and concepts on our off weeks, but a lot of this stuff comes down to who we got on the field and who we got to play at that certain moment. Or that play, if it's 3rd down, 4th down, we know how to get the ball in the end zone. Usually it doesn't take us that long, but if it does come down to 3rd down, 4th down, we're gonna get that ball in the end zone. I got plays. It's all about execution. If we execute the plays, we all draw it. And it's not just me. We got tons. We all put into making plays and, sharing with each other what our weaknesses, what our strengths are, and try to balance it out on practice days. So it's not just me. We got a bunch of playmakers and play callers on our team.
Yeah. No, whenever you talk about the balance, we'll segue over to Soul, Coach Soul. I think that you're the balance, and I really think that you're the reason why your team is 2-0. I mean, they're a very talented group of guys, but I think there was a lot of things that went on in the late parts of those games that really came from the sideline. Just tell us a little bit about your perspective on those calls and how they really changed the scope of the game.
To be honest with you, I just think it's my experience from coaching for so long. So there's certain things that I see, like as far as when to throw my purple flag, my defensive option on the field. And to be honest with you, I believe that the timing of the defensive options that I threw during both games determined the outcome for us in the last tournament. So it's all about me just keeping my composure, just reminding my guys of what we out here for, what we gonna do, just trusting me, trusting the process. I'm not the yelling coach. I'm not the angry coach. I'm the coach that understands mistakes are gonna be made, but my mind is automatically geared to fixing the mistake and moving on from the play and fixing the play. So when it comes to that, you feel me? I believe honestly, I could take the credit. But at the same time, this has been a team effort from being on the phone, talking to Zan, talking to my president, us just figuring out ways how to get our guys under wraps and keep our guys together and glued together and building. And that's what it comes down to. It comes down to believing in each other, knowing that one person cannot make us win a ball game, that it takes all 5 guys on that field, even the guys on the sideline, to be just as hyped like they on the field. And I think that's what honestly set the vibes apart from the teams in GLF. Is because during the games, our guys are rowdy. They're on the sideline as if they're in the game. And I love that feeling because they allow me to keep my composure, to be able to watch the game, to see what star player is doing his thing on the opposite team. What's the team running? So when I call a play, they just quick to listen and they adjust. No arguments with me, no nothing. So I think that's what it is. It's just a family thing that has been built over here. And as long as we continuously trust in each other, then we're going to have the best outcomes.
Sure. No, I agree with that. Definitely. I was going to give King Aruba the last word, and I still will. But we have a special guest. Just jumped in the chat. Dante Lafitte, one of the top players, could be the top player in goal line football if he didn't share the ball so much. How you doing today?
Oh man, it's all good, wonderful. Every day is a gift. Y'all presence is a present to me, man, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Love GLF, love y'all, Floyd. Shout out to everybody.
We were getting ready to wrap up, but we're gonna ask you the question everybody wants to know. Sunday, you're gonna play against the undefeated Vibes. What do you expect from them, and what can we expect from you?
I expect players like TJ and many other players they're bringing on their squad to show up and play their best game. This is their opportunity to now show that they can compete with a high-level team, and they have nothing to lose and everything to gain for them. So I look for them to bring their A game, and I look for them to actually be a different team. I'm not looking for them to self-destruct, but you know me, I will be the one to make sure that that doesn't come true. So I'll do my part on the field mentally and physically to disrupt what they have going, but I'm excited to see what they got going, man. For sure. I love what they have going. I love what Coach Cole's got going and everything they're putting together.
Remind me to keep my eye on you, Dante.
I mean,
Because you try to have less
self-destruct.
self-destruct.
That's not your job.
Well, what can we expect from you? That's we've already asked King Aruba if he's going to have an MVP day. So let's just be straightforward. Are you going to have an MVP day?
Let's be honest here. Every time I've stepped on that field, I feel like I've had an MVP game. There's only a few games I feel like I haven't, and that's when that injury happened, of that years ago. But since then, it looks like every tournament I'm averaging about 5 touchdowns if I get the chance to touch the ball like that. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all seen it last tournament. My team didn't really need me to run the ball to be the MVP type of guy. So it was a good feeling. But just know, hey, we always got one in the chamber in the back. We got the emergency kit. And I tell my guys all the time, let me know when you need me. Call 911. I'm the emergency kit. I got y'all.
The emergency kit. So let's segue back over to King Aruba. And the final question before I let you guys sign off. You had an opportunity to play the Vibes and the Mud Dogs, and they got the best of the Hellhounds then. What's going to happen the next time you see those guys on the field?
Less mistakes. That was our biggest thing with less mistakes. We had a couple of new guys that never faced, 5-man, and they're more on the physical aspect. So when it came to strategies, they didn't know what quite we meant. That's actually how we lost that Vibe game. I mean, we had a strategy planned out, and we couldn't see it through. So it was just gonna be less mistakes because now, I mean, we come off of 8-man games on Saturday, and we don't really practice like we should. So they coming off of 8-man mentality, not being able to, I guess you could say, switch the different types of football off. So if we could manage our mistakes to get points up, I think it would be a different game. Like I said, that Vibe game came down to the last straw, and then there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it in that Mud Dogs game. The effort wasn't there. I think it took for them to really whoop our butts to kind of shape up that next game. So we just gotta have a different type of mentality when we come out there, and we definitely will have it. Definitely will, no doubt about it.
Okay. No, and I believe you will too. Like I said, the Hellhounds are always the biggest, strongest team collectively, and they got the fastest players. So the media scrub's been fun. I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to sign off in any order you guys want, and then hang out after the chat and talk. Whatever you guys want to do.
This is your boy Brock Miller, quarterback of the Mud Dogs. Looking forward to playing the Vibes this weekend in the doubleheader and continuing our streak to 17-0. And any other teams that are out there thinking about joining the GLF, know the Mud Dogs are ready for you to put on our list as well.
Dante, Lafayette, Lafitte, however you want to pronounce it, 22, the closer, all day, every day. And I can't wait to see y'all. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. This is Coach Soul. It's a vibe. You feel me? We're looking forward to playing the Mud Dogs in this doubleheader and bringing the Mud Dogs their first loss in a while. You felt me? But just looking for the assignment and to get out there and to let these men have fun and enjoy the game and praying that nobody gets hurt and everybody get to come in one piece and leave in one piece.
I want to sign off following that. So just give a shout out to Samaje, Aaron, Robert, Norega, who else? Trey, Brandon, everybody that's going through DC, everybody who has helped build the vibes into what it is today. We appreciate you guys. So it's like Soul said, it's a family thing. And shout out to Soul for putting that belief in us that we needed. So Vibes 2025.
Signing off, King Aruba of the Hellhounds. Can't wait to see everybody as well. Can't wait to play, get some action. At the end of the day, we're entertainers, so let's make it a entertaining day. I hope everybody travels there safe. That's the main goal is everyone travels there safe. And once we get there, entertain the folks. All right, y'all.
Travel safe. Goal line football signing off.